Now, we will take up one more problem, the problem number 48. A steel rod of cross-sectional area 1600 mm square and two brass rods each of cross-sectional area of 1000 mm square together support a load of 50 kilonewton, which is as shown in figure. So we have a 50 kilonewton rigid bar over which the two brass rod and steel rod over which a 50 kilonewton rigid plate has been fixed. Find the stresses in the rods. So that means two brass rods and steel rod. What is the stresses? And E for steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 5, and E for brass equals 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Also find the load carrying capacity of each bar and shortening in length of each bar. Because as the load is applied from the top, since we have all the bearing area is at the bottom, that is the top surface of the brass rod have been placed over beneath the 50 kilonewton. So naturally, since the compressive load is applied from the top, so therefore you are going to get the shortening in length of each bar. The length of the brass rod is 200 mm and length of the steel rod is 300 mm. So to do that, so first we will go for the data, whatever it has been given, which is being AS is equal to 1600 mm square, AB is equal to 1000 mm square, length of steel bar is 300 mm and length of brass bar is 200, and Young's modulus of steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square, and Young's modulus of brass rod is 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. For equilibrium condition, static equilibrium condition, what is that? Total load will be equal to load carrying by steel bar plus load carrying by each of outer brass bar. So what is that? Total load P will be equal to PS plus PB plus PB. So it will be P is equal to PS plus PB, 2PB. And what is the total load? Total load is nothing but 50 into 10 to the power of 3. Therefore, 2PB plus PS will be equal to 50 into 10 to the power of 3. But what we know PB, the load is, we know that stress is load by area of cross section. So 2 into PB is nothing but sigma B into AB plus sigma S into AS will be equal to 50 into 10 to the power of 3. Therefore, when you are simplifying that, you're going to get it as 20 times sigma B plus 16 sigma S will be equal to 500. So also what we know, as the bar is touching all the top surface of the two brass bars and one steel bar, so naturally the deflection what you will going to get is uniform throughout, both with the steel bar and as well as the brass bar. Therefore, delta LS will be equal to delta LB. So because of all the bearings, bottom surface of the rigid bar is touching all the three top surfaces of the two brass bar and one steel bar. So that is the reason why, assuming that the rods remain horizontal even after compression. So what is delta LS? Delta LS is nothing but PS into LS by AS into ES will be equal to PB into LB by AB into EB. So what is PS by AS will become sigma S into LS by ES is equal to sigma B into LB by EB. So you substitute the value of sigma length of the steel bar as 300, sigma S into 300 by Young's modulus of steel bar is 2 into 10 to the power of 5, which will be equal to sigma B into length of the brass bar is 200 by 1 into 10 to the power of 5. So on simplification, sigma B will be equal to 0.75 into sigma S. Now this you substitute in this particular equation, that is 20 sigma B plus 16 sigma S is equal to 500. So when you're doing that, 20 into 0.75 into sigma S plus 16 sigma S will be equal to 500. On simplification, sigma S will be equal to 16.129 Newton per mm square. So therefore, stress induced in the steel bar is sigma S, which is equal to 16.129 Newton per mm square. Similarly, the stress induced in the brass bar, sigma B, will be equal to 0.75 into sigma S, so it will be equal to 0.75 into 16.129. You substitute the value of sigma S as 16.129. So on simplification, you are going to get it as 12.1 Newton per mm square. So what is the load carried by the steel bar? The load carried by the steel bar, which is PS, will be equal to sigma S into AS. You know the value of sigma S is 16.129 and into area of steel bar is 1600. On multiplication, you will going to get it as 25,806.4 Newton. So which is nothing but 25.8 kilonewton. Similarly, load carried by the brass bar, which is PB, which is equal to sigma B into AB. So it will be 12.1 into 1000. Area of cross section of the brass bar is 1000. So that will be equal to 12,100 Newton. So it will be equal to 12.1 kilonewton. So what is the shortening of the bar? Because as the load is applied from the top, therefore you are going to get the compression. So we know that the compression in the steel bar is equal to compression in the brass bar. Therefore, it will be PS into LS by AS into ES will be equal to sigma S into LS by ES. So sigma S, you know the value of sigma S is 16.129. You substitute the value of stress in the steel bar as 16.129 and length of the steel bar as 300 divided by Young's modulus of steel bar, which is 2 into 10 to the power of 5. On simplification, you will go to get it as 0.024 mm. So this is how you will be able to get the solution for problem number 48. Now we will going to take up the problem number 49. A compound bar shown in the figure consists of 3 materials and supports a rigid platform weighing 80 kilonewton. Find the stresses and the load in each bar if the platform remains horizontal even after the loading. Also find the shortening in length of each bar. So here they have given the table wherein they have given the data. So the bar 1 having the length is equal to 1000, area equals 600 mm square, and modulus of elasticity is 2 into 10 to the power of 5, and the bar 2 will have the length is 1500, area is 800 mm square, and modulus of elasticity is 1.2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. Similarly, the bar 3 has got 2000 mm length, area has got 1000 mm square, and the modulus of elasticity is 1 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. The figure has been shown here wherein you have 3 bars, 1, 2, 3, having the load is applied from the top. So P is equal to 80 kilonewton. So obviously it will going to be the shortening of the length of the bar. So to do that, so what is the static equilibrium condition says? Total load will be equal to load on bar 1 plus load on bar 2 plus load on bar 3. So that is P is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3. So we have 80 kilonewton which is applied from the top. So that will be equal to 80 into 10 to the power of 3, which is nothing but 80,000, will be equal to what is P1? Load carried by the bar 1, which will be sigma 1 into A1 plus sigma 2 into A2 plus sigma 3 into A3. So also we know that delta L1 is equal to delta L2, which is equal to delta L3, as he has given that the bars remains horizontal after the compression because the load is applied from the top. And not only that, the top surface of all the 3 bars are bearing on the bottom surface of the bar, horizontal bar. So therefore, it will be equal to P1 into L1 by A1 into E1 will be equal to P2 into L2 by A2 into E2, which is equal to P3 into L3 by A3 into E3. Now you substitute the values. So P1 by A1 is nothing but sigma 1 into L1 by E1 will be equal to sigma 2 into L2 by E2, which will be equal to sigma 3 into L3 by E3. So you know the value of sigma 1, L1 and E1 and L2 and E2 and L3 and E3. So substitute those values. Sigma 1 into 1000 divided by 2 into 10 to the power of 5, which will be equal to sigma 2 into 1500 divided by 1.2 into 10 to the power of 5, which will be equal to sigma 3 into 2000 divided by 1 into 10 to the power of 5. So on simplification, sigma 1 will be equal to 2.5 sigma 2 and sigma 1 will be equal to 4 times sigma 3. So this is how you will be able to get the solution. So once you get that, so then what we have to do, we want the sigma 2 will be equal to 0.4 sigma 1 and sigma 3 will be equal to 0.25 into sigma 1. So if we are expressing everything in terms of sigma 1. So Here, you substitute these two values in this particular expression, that is 80,000 is equal to sigma 1 into A1 plus sigma 2 into A2 plus sigma 3 into A3. So 80,000 will be equal to sigma 1 into A1 is 600 plus sigma 2 is nothing but 0.4 into sigma 1 into 800 plus sigma 3 is 0.25 into sigma 1 into 1000. Therefore, you will going to get this stress in the bar 1 will be equal to, on simplification, it is 68.376 Newton per mm square. Now, similarly, stress induced in the bar 2, sigma 2 will be equal to 0.4 into sigma 1. So that will be equal to, substitute the value of sigma 1 as 68.376. That is 0.4 into 68.376. On simplification, you will going to get it as 27.35 Newton per mm square. Similarly, stress induced in the bar 3, which is sigma 3, which will be equal to 0.25 into sigma 1. So 0.25 into sigma 1 value is 68.376. On simplification, you will going to get it as 17.094 Newton per mm square. So what is the load carried by bar 1? The load carried by bar 1, which is P1, will be equal to sigma 1 into A1. Sigma 1 is equal to, so there you substitute the value of sigma 1 as 68.376 into A1 is 600. So on simplification, you will going to get it as 41,025.6 Newton, which is equal to 41 kilonewton. Similarly, load carried by bar 2, which is P2, which is equal to sigma 2 into A2. Substitute the value of sigma 2 as 27.35 into area of cross section of bar 2 is 800. So on simplification, you will going to get it as 21,880 Newton, which is equal to 21.9 kilonewton. Similarly, load carried by bar 3, which is P3, which is equal to sigma 3 into A3. So you know the value of sigma 3 is 17.094. You substitute that into area of bar 3 is 1000. So that will be equal to 17,094 Newton, which will be equal to 17.1 kilonewton. So what is shortening in length of the each bar? The shortening in length of the each bar as the compressive load is applied from the top. Therefore, delta L1 is equal to delta L2, which is equal to delta L3. So you take the P1 into L1 by A1 into E1, you take that is equal to sigma 1 into L1 by E1. You know the value of sigma 1, which is 68.376 into 600 divided 1000. It will be 1000 divided by 2 into 10 to the power of 5. On simplification, you will going to get it as 0.342 mm. So this is how you will be able to calculate the given values. If you find this video is useful, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.